Well guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently in Scotland. I've finally got here. First time I've managed to get up since February of last year. So I've managed to squeeze a couple of days off of work. So I've shot up. It's took me nearly 8 hours to get here. Traffic's been that bad. But anyway, here I am. I've got 2 days. I'm in Glencoe and I'm going to be doing a wild camp up on, well, I'll show you where I'm going. And let's have a quick look round. Let's have a look, shall we?
Right, here we are in Glencoe. That mountain on the right is Anach. The one there in the middle is Sgreamach. And the one across to the other side is Benfarda, also known as the Three Sisters. Now I'm going up there tonight between Benfarda and Sgreamach to do a wild camp in a place called the Lost Valley, which is up there at the back, an amazing place to visit. There's a view down Glencoe towards Glencoe village, which is roughly towards the west. You can just see the sun there.
Okay, so that's where I'm at. That's what I'm hoping to achieve. Like I said, I've got a couple of days. I still need to do 4 Munros in Glencoe. Hopefully I'm going to do 2 tomorrow and 2 on Sunday if the weather holds out. It's looking pretty good. Now I can't pronounce these, so I'll write the names down below. But Sunday, it's looking like a decent day, and I'm hoping to do the Anach Ridge, which is a good old ridge walk. There's 2 Munros on that, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm going to be camping out. I'm going to be wild camping. You can't see it because it's covered in clouds at the minute. But I'm going to be camping on top of Ambodach, I hope, if I can get up there. Tonight, I'm going to wild camp in the Lost Valley, which is something I've been looking forward to for a while. So I'll take a couple of shots on my way up here because it's pretty nice and it's pretty calm, and then I'll get back to you when I get up to the Lost Valley itself. Thank you. Okay. Finally made it to Lost Valley. I'm not sure what time it is. It's probably about 9 o'clock. That's looking down. In fact, there's a couple of people camping down there that I've passed to get up here. And there's my water source. Get a quick look up here at some lovely mountains. I hope this is not picking the wind up. And that's my spot for the night. Getting up tomorrow, I should be going right up there and then to the left. So I'll see you in the morning. Okay lads, welcome back. A couple of you, and thanks for asking by the way, you've asked me to do a kind of a gear shakedown if you like. You're asking me questions about what gear I wore, what gear I brought on a through hike, why I picked that particular bit of kit. I was going to do it tonight, or today should I say, but it's took me, I think I mentioned, nearly 8 hours to get here. It's now about 20 past 10. I know it's nice and light still, got a bit of daylight left, but I'm buggered. So I'll try and do one tomorrow. I'll do a quick, because what I've done, I've not brought my usual overnighter or my weekend. I sometimes bring a stove or some other kind of stuff. I've pretty much brought what I use on my through hikes, just so I can show you guys what kind of gear I use and the lightweight stuff that I bring. I'll just give you a quick tip. If anybody like me that insists on bringing a pillar, I will not camp without a pillar. Not a hope in hell. I'm a side sleep. I sleep on my side, and if listen, I've got every t-shirt you can think of for what I've slept on. I've slept on my sleeping bag rolled up, a spare bag, my boots and socks rolled together, my bloody rucksack, you name it, I've slept on it. I keep waking up with cramps and ain't doing it anymore. So what I bought one of them Sea to Summit pillars, inflatable pillars, and it weighs nothing. It packs down to that, and it weighs nothing. It's fantastic. I love it. But I've mentioned this before to other guys that do camp. They say, oh yeah, I won't mind having one of them, but they keep, when I wake up at midnight at night, they're across the other side of the tent, they keep falling off and they don't stay still, blah, blah, blah. So listen, this is a little bit of a tip for you. What you need to do, let me just... Right, here we go. This is what I do, look, this is my air mattress. This is the shirt that I've hiked in. So what I do is I just take my shirt off, I dress it over here like you, I don't know, dressing a baby or whatever. You just pull it down on there, and then you just tuck your pillow, your doings under there like that, and then that does not move. Never lost one in since I've been doing that. And like I say, that's one, excuse me, that's one bit of comfort that I won't go without. I will not come camping, especially wild camping, without a pillow. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have a bit more time and I'll do a bit of a better shakedown for you and give you some more info on what I bring and what I use and why. Right, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Well, good morning. Day one of my weekend up in Glencoe. The weather, I'm afraid, is not that great. It's pretty overcast. The clouds are really low down, so there's not much of a view for me, which is why I'm still in my tent at 6:30. Well, if I'm honest, I didn't sleep that well last night, and I have no idea why. I was really warm, I was really comfortable. I just couldn't seem to get off, I couldn't seem to sleep, so it's one of them things, I guess. Like I say, I was comfortable and warm, I don't know. Right, well this morning, I'm just having a bit of breakfast, then I'm going to head up to the end of the glen here, end of the corrie, up onto the top. I don't think we're going to get a view, or I'm going to get a view, should I say, because the clouds are quite low, so I'm hoping they're going to clear sometime this morning to this afternoon, so when I get to my next Munro, further up the glen, we might have some better views, which is a shame really, because these views are really, really good. It's not my first time I've climbed up here. Like I say, I've only got 4 more left to do, and then I've done them all. And the views are stunning, they really are. They're really, really good, so yeah, it's a shame. So anyway, I'll finish my breakfast, break camp, and then when I start climbing up the corrie wall, I'll be back in touch. Well, that's where I camped last night. That nice little flat patch. There's me all packed up. Over there is a tiny little waterfall where I've just stocked up on water for the day. Round here is, that's the where I came at now. Let me just see if I can, so no I can't. There's a couple of people camping down there, you probably can't see them on here, but they're right at the bottom there, a couple of tents. So that's where I came up. This is where I camped, and that's where I'm headed up into all that bloody cloud. Now I don't know, that's the Lost Valley buttress there on the right hand side of that gully. I'm not sure which way to go up. I might traverse up to the right hand side of that, because that's something I want to do in winter, so I don't really want to do it now. And I might just traverse up to the right, Coire and Lochan on the right hand side here. Literally go up there 3/4 of the way and then do a 90-degree up onto the Bialach, and then just follow the ridge round to the top of the mountain, but I'm not going to get a view, so whatever. Well, I finally made the ridge at the top. The last, what should I say, 150, 200 foot were quite a bit of a chew. There was quite a bit of scree to get through. That's the last little gully I've just come up. It's a real shame we're in the Clegg now, because the views from here would be amazing. Right, so now I'm heading up there. That's where Stob Coire Sgreamach is. Stob Coire Sgreamach rather. Not too far now. Okay, finally. That's the summit. It's taken me about, I don't know, 20 minutes from the last time I took a video. There were quite a few false summits. I thought, oh, that's definitely it, that's definitely it. About 4 or 5 of them. Well, that's the summit, and it is trying to brighten up. I mean, it's still going to be cloudy, but fingers crossed this afternoon might be better. We'll see. Okay, that's the summit reached. It's a nice calm day, I'll give it that, but like I say, you can see for yourself, it's there's no views unfortunately. Now, I might have a change of plan. I was going to go back down the way I came up because it's nice and quick. But there's also another way. If I go down by Stob Coire and Lochan, it's a bit more difficult. It's a bit longer, and it looks a lot more interesting if I'm honest. The problem with that is, if I do decide to go down that way, it's going to take me a good deal longer. I may not have time to do my second Monroe of today, which is not a big deal because it's quite a way up Glencoe there, and I can always leave that for another day and maybe even get a wild camp out of that one as well and do that on a separate day. I'm going to get down, when I get down to the car, I'm going to have a look at the mountain weather forecast for tonight, because again, my last two Monroes that I'm looking at doing, it's on the Anakeegach Ridge, which is it's a classic, let's be honest, it's a Glencoe classic. In fact, it's a Scottish classic. It's a classic climb. It's a grade 2 scramble, 2 Monroes. The views are amazing. The drop-offs are unbelievable. But I don't want to do it in this, if it's like this, because I want the views. I want to make a film because, like I say, it's a classic. I want to make a video. I want to make a film for my memories. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I'm just hopefully this weather's going to clear tonight, but like I say, until I get down to the car and take a look at my weather forecast, I don't know. So that's where I am. Plans always change, don't they? What I could do, if the weather's still going to be a bit claggy, is forget the Anakeegach Ridge tomorrow and do the second Monroe up there and do a wild camp in the valley up there, up further up Glencoe. But anyway, we'll see, but I'll let you know. Well, just as I start coming down off the damn summit, the clouds start to break. With a bit of luck, this will be ongoing. Well, that's where I'm going up there. That's at the bottom of this little bialek there. There's a tiny little groove that I came up. See, clouds are coming in now, look. And then I'm going up that hill, that mountain there, look. I'm going to go across up there, and then I'm going to go down Stob Coire and Lochan. The clouds are really starting to clear up now. If you can see down there at the bottom of the glen, that's Glencoe down there. That's a lovely drive. And at the end of there's another amazing mountain called Bian and Stob Coire, another great place to visit if you get a chance. Right, the clouds finally cleared down in the Lost Valley. That is where I spent the night last night. Down there with the sandy colour, down in that wash. I camped right at the beginning of that from this, looking at this view from here, right at the beginning of that wash, where the grass is a bit the lighter green. I camped on there. Beautiful. Starting to clear. The clouds still starting to clear. If you can just see there, that's the little gully that I came up this morning, up onto the ridge. Obviously it were all clagged up this morning. Then I turned left, and that's where I see it's just starting to show its head. Look, Stob Coire Sgreamach. That's what I summited on this morning. Some Monroe. Lovely. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll show you where I've come from first. I've come right. Obviously, you can't see, but that's where I've come from, that direction. I just followed that ridge. This is the summit of Bidean and Bian. Now, this is the highest point in the whole of Glencoe. I climbed this back in, I think it was 2010, New Year's Day. I actually travelled up through the night, and it was really, really thick with snow. I wanted to do them both, this and Bian and Sgreamach, but by the time I got up here ploughing my way through that snow, I just not got time, so I only did this one. And that's where I'm heading now, down there to that bit of a top of that crag, and then I'm going to cut back down into there and hopefully pick up Stob Coire and Lochan and climb that as well. We'll see.
That is Stob Coire and Lochan, and that's where I'm headed now. It's, with a bit of luck, we're going to get some views. Hopefully by the time I get up there it might have cleared. Or it might be full of clag again. At last, it's cleared its beautiful head. That is Stob Coire Sgreamach, which is what I climbed first thing this morning. That's my first Munro today. You can just about see the pass where I climbed up and then turned. In fact, there's a bloke stood at the top of it. You probably can't pick him up. Somebody else has stood there now. He's on his way up there. So I left there and I came up. Basically followed this ridge look all the way up here to Bidean and Bian, which you won't be able to see because it's got its head in clouds and you can't see it because it's behind that promontory there. I'm now about... Oh, clouds just coming again. That were clear a minute ago. Look at this. That were clear when I pulled my... bugger it. I'll take some photos later. Bloody clouds. Right, that's a view from where I am now. That path right down there is Lost Valley. That's where I camped. So that path is basically what I followed this morning, look. It's the end of the valley. Then I went right up this scree. Bit of a zigzag. And then you can see that pink coloured scree there. There's a bit of a path to the side of there. And then that's when I came out there. And then obviously I turned left and went up there, and that's what I saw.
That body over there is Blackwater Reservoir, again looking west. In the distance you can just about see Rannoch Moor, another great place to visit. In the foreground we've got Buccleuch Moor, another amazing place, and just over the back there you've got the Glencoe Ski Centre Mountains.
And that right down there is where my car's parked. Hope the bugger's still there. And tonight, hopefully, I'll be going up there and then following that right round there, and I shall be camping out, wild camping at the top of there somewhere, wherever I can find. And then tomorrow, if the weather stays fine, I'm going to be doing the Lochan Ridge, which you can't see at the minute. You can see a bit of it, look, but most of it's still in cloud. Right, that's my destination for tomorrow. That is the Lochan Ridge, and you can see over there, it's finally got rid of all the cloud. And I should be wild camping, hopefully, up there later on tonight. Excuse me. I'm just on my way down now. Well, I'll tell you straight, I've just come down the stone chute, down the scree slope up there, and it's the steepest damn thing I've ever come down. That weren't good. That weren't nice. I've cut my knee, I've cut my hand, both hands, my finger, and I've scared myself shitless. It were hell of a go if I tripped, it were hell of a drop. But anyway, I'm down, so I'm safe. I'm just following this water down. I'll show you where I'm about 2 hours away from my car. I'm going to get to my car, have something to eat, maybe upload a few of these clips, and then I'm heading up. Well, I'll show you where I'm heading up, I'll show you now. That is where I'm heading now. Obviously, look, let's follow this path down. You can see the path's right into the bottom. There's my car park's the one on the right hand side. I'm going to have an hour or two, and then I'm going to go to the right, look, and then I'm going to follow that ridge. You see this ridge here? And I'm going to get somewhere to kip up at the back of there somewhere on Ambodach, and I'm going to have a wild camp, and then I'm going to do the Egach ridge in the morning. Well, that's where I've just come from. That's Stob Coire and Lochan, that mountain in the background there. And I've worked my way down to the right as we're looking at it, and then down that damn chute, and then well, all the way to where I am now. It's been a beautiful day. How nice is this? How clear that water is down there. Right, I'm back near enough at the car park. Just a quick recap. Obviously, this is the Three Sisters now, look, with their heads out of the clouds. Nice one. So, yesterday I started off, I went up there, as you probably remember, up into the Lost Valley, where I wild camped, and then I went to the end of the corrie, climbed up the end, turned left, and I summited I'm dropping my butt stuff, Coire Sgreamach. Then I turned right, followed the edge of the ledge, and then what I did, I went and summited Bidean and Bian. Again, you can't see it from here, it's right at the back. That's the highest point in Glencoe, so I summited that again, and then after leaving Bidean and Bian, I made my way, and again it's a long way, but that's Stob Coire and Lochan, and that's another 3,000 foot mountain, and it's a bit of a chew to get from Bidean and Bian to there. And then I've come from there obviously all the way back down here, and it's been a bloody hard slog, I've got to be honest with you, but I've loved every minute of it. It's been great. Right, that'll do us.
Okay, remember this view. This is me sat on the top of Stob Coire and Lochan looking down towards the car park, where my car was obviously. Tremendous views. And this is a view looking back from just in front of the car park to Stob Coire and Lochan. That's the mountain top right in the distance, and to think I was stood on top of that about 3 hours previously, well, it were a long day, that were a long way to go.